Let's do this.
All right, what's up? New episode of Rivals Podcast. Connor Drake, Will Lehman, and we have our first ever guest, Cooper Keech. Coop, how's it going?
Living the dream, man. Happy to be here.
Yep. All right, let's talk some ball. We got a very obvious place to start here. To the surprise of nobody, the Packers piss away another potential playoff win, largely due to their special teams. Lehman, you want to go ahead and take this one?
Yeah, no, pretty brutal game as a Packers fan. 21-3 lead at halftime. Doesn't even matter. 7 points left on the board from the kicking. Three straight three and outs to start the second half. Terrible. Terrible in all parts. I think the only two players there's three players that you can say did their part. Jordan Love, Matthew Golden, and Romeo Dobbs. That's it.
Matthew
Josh
Golden
Jacobs,
had a great
the,
game.
the run game was terrible in the second half. That was a disaster.
Yeah. So are you on the fire LaFleur train?
Like after the day after, yeah, I was pretty pissed. But then I want them to keep him, but I want him to give up play calling duties. I think he's a good energetic coach. And I think it's like the same case scenario with Dan Campbell. Give up the play calling duties, keep him as head coach because he has the locker room, he has the respect. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I'm still pro keep LaFleur.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna chime in on that. The whole fire LaFleur, I think that's just like garbage. Like way too many coaches are getting fired. Like how do you fire Harbaugh? Josh McDaniels got canned. Like they went 13-3. Like how do you can that? How do you can him? I don't know. Um, but also I do want to say I don't think that's as big of a win for the Bears as everybody plays it out to be. Great win, but I don't think the Packers are that good. You have a banged up Josh Jacobs. Like did he play? Yeah, but they would cut to him after every time he would run the ball. The man is like hobbling off the field. So like Josh Jacobs, great running back, but he's just banged up. And then I'm gonna call a spade here. The Packers receiving core, I don't think is like very, very good. And plus, like Micah's out. So, good win for the Bears. But like everyone's like, oh, this is Bears. This. I'm like, you beat like the Packers beat team. Their two of their three best players were just banged up. I mean, Micah was flat out. He didn't even play. Like he was out, whatever. Josh Jacobs wasn't even Josh Jacobs like 3 years ago. Like he was so banged up. So you get to face Emmanuel Wilson. So you have no run game. Jordan Love is great out of the play action, and you got to have a good run game to have a good play action game. So that shuts down a huge component of your offense. But that's just my 2 cents on it. Yeah,
But
no, I
yeah, I
agree.
will.
There were injuries because like Tucker Kraft's out too, and that's a huge part of the pass
Yeah,
game.
I didn't even think about him. But yeah, he's out. He tore his ACL a couple weeks back. So like, one of your biggest receiving threats is out, and one of your biggest guy is out, and your star running back is iffy. So I don't know.
I
But
feel like you got to adjust to that though. Like you can't come out like obviously the run game wasn't working, and they just kept trying to do it for those first three possessions, and then finally like at the end of the game they let Jordan Love turn loose, and he's throwing like deep balls to Romeo Dobbs. He's hitting Golden on deep passes. Like they just need to keep the chains off Love. They
I
need to go
agree.
because Connor, we were talking about that was gonna come down to the big plays, and I feel like the Packers gonna have the big plays this time.
I will say, as a Bears fan, it's exhausting to keep having to root for everything to go right in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Because like you see, yeah, if the Packers have a competent special teams unit, they win that game. And it's not gonna hold up. Like the if it's unrealistic to think that the Rams aren't gonna make a play and win that game if we get into a situation where we're down two possessions in the fourth quarter against a team like that. I mean, you can't discredit what Caleb and this offense is doing, but I don't know if this is a sustainable way to move forward in the playoffs. We got to start faster. That's
Yeah, I mean, it really reminds me a lot of really, really just like the Broncos of the NFC. The Broncos, like all year, have been like a great second half team. And like that's the Bears aren't even a great second half team. The Bears are a great fourth quarter team. Like what they have was it 21, 25 points in the fourth quarter.
yeah,
Like
25.
25 points in the fourth quarter. That is utterly ridiculous. Like that is insane. Like I think I don't remember who scored it, but whoever scored the last touchdown for the Packers, like I was sitting there and I know the Bears are gonna pull some like I know that they pulled the like black magic, like we're gonna win every game in the fourth quarter, how the Chiefs were last year. I knew that that's just like what they do. But I was sitting there, I was like, ball game. I'm like, whatever the Bears want to pull, I'm like, it's over. No offense to Connor. I'm tired of seeing the Bears win. I was like, Bears fans can finally shut their mouths for once. Like it's over, ball game, and they come back and just special Green Bay special teams just laid a turd in the bed, and it's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so I don't know. I think they probably lose next week. I think the Rams are one of my favorites coming out of the NFC. But well, it was it was a good game though.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the Bears are gonna have a hard time covering Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. But like I feel like the Rams defense hasn't been anything special these past few weeks. So like they look gassed.
The big if for the Rams for me is how healthy is Devontae Adams?
Yeah.
Because there was a play early in the game where Stafford threw it kind of down the sideline, 30-yard pass, something like that, where Devontae Adams 100% healthy, maybe a year or two ago, touchdown, like 50-yard touchdown, book it up for six, get the special teams unit out. He threw it, and Devontae was probably 4 yards short. When you're coming off of a hamstring issue, like you're gonna lose a step or two. So one, how healthy will he be? And then I guess two, if he's not healthy, do they use him like a red zone decoy or like what do they really do with him? Because every time they get four or 5 yards out, it's like a slant or a whip wrap to Devontae like every time for a touchdown. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious as to how that one shakes out. And then what Will was saying about their defense. I don't think that their defense is good. It's just been enough to keep their head above water because you have one of the best offenses in the league with an MVP candidate in Stafford, offensive player of the year candidate favorite in Puka, and then Devontae, stud, Kyron, stud. So it's like I would have loved it, and also I would have loved to see last week be a 30-point blowout so you can take out Devontae and have him on like a snap count almost. But obviously that didn't happen. So I don't think he'll be full speed this week. I haven't read any reports on him at all, but I don't think he'll be full speed. But it'll be a curious one to see. It'll be curious to see how that one shakes out.
Oh,
Yeah,
we got to
Derek.
get out of man for
Derek, what
sure.
are your thoughts to win
Yeah,
that
we got to
game?
get out of man coverage because there's no way that we have the guys to match up like that with this Rams team. I mean, the Packers essentially cooked us. And I'll push back. Like, I don't think the Packers have a bad passing game, like, especially if Matthew Golden's playing well. Like, Christian Watson's a very underrated receiver. Like, Love can spin it. But yeah, we don't have the guys. Jalen Johnson has been, frankly, awful ever since he's come back from injury. My hope for this defense is that we can pick up where we left off in the second half of that Green Bay game. Realistically, third and long, we have to get off the field more times than not. Just get this offense as many opportunities as possible. Fourth down's got to be locked in because, I mean, teams have been aggressive on fourth down, knowing that, they keep our offense off the field and take advantage of how our defense is playing right now. A player to watch will probably be Austin Booker for me. Like if he can get back there and cause some havoc, he's really been the only guy who's somewhat consistently been able to do that for us. I think I like us. But how can you sit here and count us out at this point at home? If our offense can start fast and make it a game in the fourth quarter, I'm not saying I think we'll win. I'd probably take the Rams at this point, but I don't the 3.5 line didn't surprise me a ton. I thought maybe it'd be more around like 5.5, but I don't hate our chances of winning this game with this offense. I mean, I think like you said, Will, I think the Rams defense is vulnerable. They got their pass rush is solid, I guess, at times. I think their secondary is vulnerable. So I like our offense's chances to move the ball against this defense. It's just a matter of are we going to start hot or are we going to have these drives that kind of just like fizzle out a little bit. But people have been counting the Bears out all year, and here's the reality: we're 2 games away from playing in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I mean, 75% of teams are sitting at home right now. So it's really no matter what, as a fan, no matter what happens, that we could lose this game by 3 touchdowns and successful season. But also as a fan, you have to keep in mind it's really impossible to get to this point, and we have to take advantage of this opportunity where we have a home divisional game and we could be playing an NFC Championship game at home as well.
I think it's gonna come down to that run game, Monangai and D Swift, because when they got going in the fourth quarter, that's when the pressure was taken off Caleb Williams. Because that first half, I feel like we shut down the run game pretty well,
Yeah.
and then forced Caleb pass out of the pocket, and that wasn't going good. He had the two picks. But if the Bears can establish a run game, I think I think they have a chance.
We're gonna
Yeah,
have to play.
easy.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
we're gonna have to play aggressive on offense again, like fourth and 4 or less from like our own 35 or beyond is probably go time. Unless our defense comes out and looks solid to start the game, I think we are going to win the game with this offense, obviously. So we got to just bank on that and trust Ben Johnson. Sorry, go ahead, Keech.
Very good. Here's my thought, or here's my question to you, as like a competent Bears fan whose head is not in the clouds. Let's say Bears win. What what are the odds to you that you like? I guess to you, is it realistic at all for the Bears to come out of the NFC in your eyes?
You want the truth? No.
Okay.
If we get the 49ers at home, I like that matchup for us because I
Yeah.
think it'll be similar. It'll just be another shootout, except it'll be at our place. But I don't think San Francisco has a super real chance to win in Seattle, and
I'm
I would not like our chances of winning
not
in
at all. No.
Seattle, not against that
No,
defense.
I was in the same boat. I was like, let's see what different planet this guy's on if he even says yes. But but no, I've been talking to Bears fans like, oh, this is the year. I'm like, you've got a second year quarterback. I'm like, when it comes down to the playoffs, I'm going to be honest. I'm not a ball owner when it comes to football. But what always prevails is star power. Like who has the most star power? Like when the big dogs need to show up to the plate and just eat, they do. And like the Bears have no star power. I don't think. I mean, Caleb, sure, but it's only his second year. Like who? I saw you shrug at that. What are you gonna say?
That is the one thing that is actually the one reason I would argue that we could go is because we do have these players on offense that have shown up in big moments time and time again. But the reason that we couldn't go is that I mean we're just defenses looked horrendous at times. It's looked like a bottom five defense,
Well,
and
who's
our
your
offense is
who's
just
your
inconsistent.
who's your bona fide who's like your bona fide superstar like big dog like Raiders Max Crosby, Eagles Saquon, Jalen, Chiefs Mahomes. Like you go back to every team that has won a Super Bowl, there's been one guy on that team where like that is the big dog. Like even the Rams, Donald. Like who is your big dog? Like future Hall of Famer? Like shows up and like he is the organization. Like who is that?
It's it's Caleb. It is
It's a,
Caleb
it's a,
Williams.
it's a, it's to me
It,
a second year quarterback cannot be a bona fide superstar yet. But
I'm
I
with
I get
Keach.
what you're
I'm with
saying.
Keach on this
yeah,
because Caleb's looked so bad at times. Like that first half against the Packers was terrible. Like, that was
exactly.
terrible. Throwing
Yeah, like I
picks,
said,
throwing his head up, complaining, and then the
yeah.
fourth quarter he turned up.
No, our offense it's inconsistent, but like in the big moments when you need him, he's there. I've like there've been comparisons of Caleb in year two to Josh Allen in year two. I mean Caleb's further along at this point, I would say. It's the same inconsistencies without the turnovers, realistically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and,
And
and I'm
Caleb,
not. I'm go ahead.
no, go ahead, my bad.
I was gonna say, and I'm not trying to rip on Caleb, but when you're going to the pinnacle, like not the Peach Bowl, not the Alamo Bowl, but the Super Bowl, like you got to have a big dog, bona fide superstar, proven. And like you keep on going back and saying, well, he showed up in the big moments. He's clutch. I don't want to bank on a guy who's clutch. I want to go into the fourth quarter and be up by two touchdowns and just pound the rock out for like the rest of the game. Which you guys do have a pretty solid run game. But like I want to have a guy who's going to get me ahead. My defense. I don't need a Houston Texans defense. Like I don't need some kind of god squad on defense. Like you need a suitable defense. And Caleb, I think Caleb could be like the guy in 2 to 3 years once he gets some experience and respect under his belt. He's just not there yet. Like even even if Mendoza comes in and has a Caleb S start, even if he's on my Raiders and I'm biased as all get out, like even year two, I'm be like, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Like, yeah, he's good. Yeah, his numbers look good, but he's not a bona fide superstar yet. Like, I want a guy who's proven who will come out and just stomp on your neck in the first half and send his running back after his keep pounding the rock all second half. Third and five converts. I'm talking like multiple consistent good drives put together and just moves the ball. Like that's kind of what I'm getting at, I guess.
Yeah, I could get behind that for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would take if I had to bet on it, I would say Bears are not going to the bowl.
Yeah.
But
But
like I also you can never count this. I'm not every time we make a big comeback like that, I always feel like an idiot afterward because I'm like, how did I not see that coming? We've done that time and time again this year. But every situation we put ourselves in gets progressively worse. So that's
yeah,
why I never expect it. So at this point, I'm done just saying like this team is out of it. They're done. But I will
yeah,
say that it's unlikely for sure. I'll
yeah,
get on that.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I watched a lot of Red Zone this year and keep coming like, oh, we're back in Chicago now. It's a Tuesday. Like I watched all the BS just cut back to Soldier, and it's like, oh, they're winning now. Like that game in Cincinnati with the Loveland touchdown and the all that junk. I watched that, and it's like you keep doing it and keep on doing it. And like I said earlier, like I was sitting there and whoever scored the last touchdown, like I'm in the back of my head, I'm like, the Bears are gonna pull off some black magic, whatever, like what the Chiefs did last year, like during the regular season, and they scored the last touchdown. I'm like, ball game, like we're good. Chicago's going home, like it's over, and they just do it again. So I don't know. You do make a good point. Like, have they reached their pinnacle of fourth quarter comeback BS, for lack of a better phrase, and getting bailed out by incompetent teams and just lack of crossing T's and dotting I's, or is this? It's not sustainable, but like it might be if that makes like any sense at all. I don't know. I'd be confident going in the fourth quarter or going into the last 5 or 6 minutes down by one score, but anything more than that, you're pushing your luck. So, but
Yeah, no, I'll. That's a fair assessment of it, I'd say.
yeah,
But you're also this win is so big for our like
I,
fan
I get
base.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's like when I watch that and I got on Instagram after and like put through like 8 straight stories of Bears win, Bears
yeah,
win, Bears win. It took me back Christmas Day 2023, Raiders at Chiefs when we walked into Arrowhead. Quit laughing, Lehman. This was my Super Bowl. We went into Arrowhead. We took the belt off of our pants. We put Mahomes on our knee and went BTA on him. We won the game. I think O'Connell had 78 passing yards and we won. And
yeah,
like that was like the moment as a
yeah.
as as a Raiders fan. Jack Jones, the pick six going the other way, high stepping into the end zone, staring down Mahomes, going into the crowd, like acting like he's gonna give it to a little kid, pulls it right back. Next play, kickoff. I think it was Adam Butler got a strip sack on Mahomes, picks it up, touchdown. Like I get what it means as a franchise and as a city and a program and that, but it's like I wouldn't be like walking on air after that victory. And also you had to wait for Aaron Rodgers to be 42 to start getting your lick back on Green Bay. So like congrats, I guess, almost like a consolation prize, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I loved seeing all the Packers fans like vicariously live through Aaron Rodgers last night
Dude, that
because
was the most depressing game, especially
yeah,
Southeast Philly. That was terrible, bro.
the pick six was the
That was
perfect way to end it. That was awesome.
Yeah. But Aaron Rodgers, the Aaron Rodgers slander will not be tolerated. I'm not some Aaron Rodgers like fanboy, but I got on TikTok before this and I was scrolling through and I saw an AI video of him wearing a McDonald's headset taking somebody's order. And I'm like, the dude is 42 years old. I'm like, whatever 12-year-old posted this, he's old enough to be your dad right now, and he's playing in an NFL playoff game. Like, put some respect on this guy's name. Yeah, he's 42 and washed and has DK Metcalf and a bunch of plumbers on his team, but you know, going up against the best defense in the NFL, but like give the man a little bit of respect, you know what I mean? But yeah, on a more serious note, Houston is a force to be reckoned with. I honestly think they can make it out of the AFC if Stroud can string together two. If Stroud can throw for 3 touchdowns every game, they will win the Super Bowl. If he can just play average quarterback play, and Woody Marks can run like he did last night, they will come out of the AFC. But that's a big if.
Their run game
So
looked good last night. Like
it looked
even
it,
Nick
it,
Chubb pounded the
it
ball a
looked
couple
awesome.
times. Like it was
Yeah, it looked
good.
awesome. But yeah, I think a great Super Bowl. I know it probably wouldn't be good for ratings, but Houston, Seattle, like a face off of defenses with a final score of like 9-6 would be a great Super Bowl. Like just
Yeah.
two Rottweilers just going at it on defense and just nothing but defense. I think it'd be an awesome matchup. Would like it, but I think it'd be fun to watch.
Iowa guy, Bears guy. I
Yeah, Drake
love
would love
watching them play
that.
football. I
Yeah.
know Layman would hate that.
That would be horrible.
Yeah, but no, I
Well,
I, I have heard Gruden talk about that matchup, and I could get behind it.
I haven't even heard Gruden talk about it. So as soon as I get off this, I got to go listen to what Gruden has to
Yeah,
say because that guy can be saying nothing, but like the way that he talks is just like it's just music to my ears. That,
I
that,
love
that
watching
guy's a
this.
he's a dedicated football guy, and it's just awesome. But
Yeah,
yeah,
guarantee. All right,
but
I wanted to ask you guys this because, like you said, Texans have a legit shot to win the AFC. If I feel like that AFC is wide open, so if you guys were to rank the four remaining AFC teams, like how likely it is, like for each of them to win it, starting with like one is most likely, and then four is least likely, or you can go in reverse.
Give me
I'll
the
let
Bills
I'll
at
let
one.
I'll let yeah I'll let Lehman start off on that.
All right.
Give me the Bills at one. I think they just went in. I know you were high on the Jags, Drake. I think they just went into into Jacksonville and might just beat the best team in the AFC. Like that was just a great game. Their defense looked put together. Josh Allen came up big when it mattered, like usual. And I think with no Mahomes, no Burrow, I think this is the year that Allen finally gets it done. So
What's the
those are,
rest of your list, or do
yeah,
you have
two.
it?
I'm going Texans. That defense is gonna be tough. The Bills and Texans played earlier this year, right? I would think.
Yeah, they did. The Bills
And
lost on Monday
the
Night
Bills
Football.
lost to Davis Mills.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. So that would be an interesting rematch. And then I mean, I feel like you still got to put the Broncos in the top three. I mean, they're the one seed. I mean, they ran that division. They won. They found ways to win this year. And for Patriots, probably. I mean, again, still a solid team. They didn't beat, they didn't necessarily beat the good teams this year. Everyone says they had that bad schedule, and I mean, the Chargers game was pretty ugly, quite frankly. But I mean, so they still got Drake May as an MVP candidate. They got a good defense. I think they have a good run game in Trayvon Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson. Those are my four.
Yeah. Keith, you got your four?
I do, and I'm going to preface this with my ranking. There are not there, I'm going to rank them, but the gap is about like this far apart. Like I think it is wide open and it can go to anybody left. But so I will rank them, but it's not like you're here, you're there. Like everybody is like on top of each other. So I'm starting off. I'm putting the Texans first. Like to me, defense wins, especially again. I mean, if you can go shut down the Bills offense, like what are they going to do? I mean, because it's literally stop the run, stop Josh Allen from running. And it's like, who's he going to throw to? Keon Coleman in the AFC Championship. Like, I'll live with that. Good luck. So I'm putting Houston first. I'm putting Denver second. I think Denver and Houston are very very similar in their play styles, but I think that the Broncos offense doesn't outweigh the gap between the Broncos defense and the Texans defense, if that makes sense to
Yeah, no, I see.
anybody.
I'm
No,
following
I
what you're
see
saying.
that.
And then I'm going Bills 3. I think Josh Allen's one of those guys who can just pull stuff out of his rear end and just like win games somehow. Like I watch Bills games and I'm like, how did they even score? Like what even like happened? Yeah, so I'm putting Bills 3. I think their defense is above average, but it's nothing to brag home about. And then I'm putting Patriots last. I did Drake. I mean, the whole Drake May thing is similar to the whole Caleb Williams thing. He's a little bit too young to kind of go make a deep playoff run. And I don't know. I like the Patriots don't have a lot of weapons like to go get it done in crunch time. And I keep on going back to it, but they don't have a big bona fide superstar to go make plays for them. Stephon Diggs is doing Stephon Diggs things right now. So like, sure, I think I read something where he's good to play in the playoffs and he's getting his trial or whatever after that. But like, mentally he's not going to be 100% because he's going to be thinking about that. So I don't think that the Patriots will do very well. And then yeah, Patriots are last, and like I said, you could ask me this tomorrow. I'd probably change where I stand on most things, but as of today at 1:09 p.m., that's what I'm thinking. So
I'm gonna sound crazy for this, but I'm thinking New England's one. Simply because their defense, every time I watch their defense, they are just always in the right spots. It's the most disciplined defense in the NFL. I don't think the Texans offense is going to be able to do anything. I don't trust this Texans offense at all right now, personally.
I'm gonna sound back a little bit because now that I hear myself talk and I hear you talk, if every team minus Buffalo in the AFC, if their biggest strength is their defense, like I don't know how to say this, but like if every team's biggest strength is defense, is really that big of a strength, everybody has a weak offense. Like I think the Texans are a whole different level of defense, and then everybody else is just kind of like underneath them. So I guess you can put New England one, but like I don't know. I don't really agree with it. And back to what Lehman said, they played a weak schedule and they lost to Geno Smith in week one. So that's kind of some food for thought there.
In week one, I mean,
One thing about the Texans though, Nico Collins, what's his availability this week?
That doesn't matter after Christian Kirk's game last night.
yeah.
Dude looked like a full blown wide receiver one.
Yeah, but they'll game plan for Christian Kirk now.
I know. I'm just being smart. But
Yeah. I'll probably I'll probably take Denver too. My list is literally going to be like opposite of you guys, which I kind of feel like you guys made very valid points, but I don't trust the Bills. Like I don't trust the defense. Their defense has not looked great all year. They definitely have the best offense of the remaining teams in the AFC, but I'm going to get behind the teams that to me look more complete. And then I'll probably say I'll probably say three Bills. And it's crazy to me to put the Texans at four because I love defensive football, but I just see what happens to teams like Oklahoma when you struggle this much offensively. I said this Texans pass rush is definitely going to win them at least one game, but I cannot get behind them making a run.
NFL and college is a whole different beast though. Like a bad NFL playoff offense is like way less important than a bad college high level offense to me. But we'll see.
I don't know. You have to score to win though. Do you really think that I know this is like out there, but the Texans cannot like turn the ball over three times and beat the Patriots in in
Well,
any scenario.
I don't think a lot of teams can turn the ball over at all and still win a game. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I just bring that up because the Texans offense turned the ball over three times yesterday.
Yeah, it
I'll
shows
just
how
say,
that shows how close I was watching. But
yeah,
anyway,
no, I'm just that, yeah. Um, that's the I just can't get behind their offense is the bottom line. But
I
I
don't know.
understand where you guys make very valid points. You guys really made me rethink my list, but I'm gonna have to stand on my take.
Yeah. And back to Lehman talking about Nico. looked like he did not practice today, and I don't know. You guys probably know better than I do. The NFL is weird about concussions.
There's like a
So
five-step protocol.
yeah, so he didn't even practice today, and I don't know where he's at on his protocol. So I know it's weird, but I don't think you can just play through it, which is it's something. But he did not practice.
Yeah.
That would make me nervous as a Texans fan because he just opens it up so much for like the other receivers like Higgins and Nico. And like
Yeah,
he just takes so much pressure off those other receivers because he's such a
I
threat
would
with the deep ball.
I would like to see Schultz get a little bit more involved. Um, they went out and they paid the dude a fine to leave Dallas, and it's like you've never heard of him since he's left Dallas. But that's just my take on it.
No, I agree with that. He had two really good plays last night. He had the touchdown and he had that one catch over the middle of the field.
Yeah, I'm talking more like regular season. Like he was just kind of flew under the radar. But like I'm not saying he's an upper echelon tight end in the NFL, but I do think he is an above average guy who needs to be seeing the ball and needs to be a focal point in the offense. So you can get the ball to Kirk, you can get the ball to Collins, will open up the run game. Like, yeah. But
Yeah.
One
We
thing
want to
great
start
with the
talking.
Bills defense, I just I think that one point to bring up is they do have the number one pass defense in the league. So like
respect.
if I feel like the run game with the other AFC teams is not super strong. Like the Broncos with RJ Harvey, don't think that's strong.
Terrible
Texans with
run
Woody
game.
Marks, I don't think that's strong. So if they can
That's
like really hone in on the run game, like they have the pass coverage.
yeah.
So I think
And
that's an interesting point to look at.
maybe I just have maybe I'm completely wrong because I really did not think that the Bills were going to win in Jacksonville and look what happened. So again, I could be completely wrong here, but I just don't think they've looked the part to me when I've sat down and watched them and just what I see. It's like I don't trust it. I
I
don't.
agree to the I agree 1,000%. Like they just don't have the like it factor. Like
Yeah,
like when you watch a team that's gonna make like a deep run, like yeah, they're good. You watch the Bills, it's like meh. Like
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
But Layman, that is a very valid point, and like I said, I could definitely be wrong, but that's just my take right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we ready to move on to some Raiders here?
born ready, man.
We
Born
got
Yeah.
ready.
5 minutes for Raiders.
All right, five
So
minutes for Raiders. Let's run it. So yeah, go ahead, Keech. Let's get your
yeah,
thoughts.
so I'm gonna start off Sunday. Beat the Chiefs, clinch number one overall pick. Best day as a Raiders fan in over 2 years. No doubt about it. So I'm going to go into it. We got 100 million and some change in cap. So Spytek and Brady need to open up the wallet and pay some people. Also, I am curious as to what you guys do with the number one overall pick. The like risky, overthink it, could work out great, could backfire in your face in 2 years is trade it. Or the safe pick is pick Mendoza, build around Fernando, and blah 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 blah. Copy everybody else. So right now I'm in the boat of taking Fernando. Um, but I've thought a lot about like what does a trade package for we'll just say what does a trade package for Fernando look like and what could that get us in return? Because I do think at the bare minimum we should shop the number one overall pick. Because like look at that like look at what Carolina gave Chicago for Bryce Young
Right.
like 3 years ago or whatever that was or however long ago that was. But um if I'm Spy Tech, I'm taking Mendoza and I'm opening up the wallet and making Mark Davis step up to the plate and pay these guys. But yeah, I don't know. Like if you guys had the keys to Vegas, like what do you guys do with the number one overall pick?
I'm taking Mendoza. I
Yeah,
think the notion that he's a one read quarterback is very overblown. Like
yeah,
Indiana would not be where they are right now without him. And it's like it's unreal. He is one of the best pocket passers I've seen in a while. Like every time he throws the ball, it's just exactly where it needs to be. And he's
Right.
so calm, he's so poised, and he's obviously a great like high character guy that could lead a
Yeah.
franchise. So
He is a big boy too. He's like 6'5", do something, which is like you look at all the top tier upper echelon quarterbacks, like he fits the build,
yeah.
which is good. You go back to like high character and like myself as like a Raiders fan who wishes that they were back in Oakland. Wish we had a guy who had a little bit of edge on him a little bit.
I was
Um,
going to say, yeah, his personality doesn't really match the typical like Raiders
Yeah,
stereotype.
he's not a Damon Arnett or Henry Ruggs or somebody like that, but I'm sure that's like good for like winning, bad for like Raiders like ratings, um but yeah, no, I think that we should take him. But from there, you got to go out and you got to go pay a receiver because you're gonna have to throw to somebody that's not named Brock Bowers and like Jack Bash, however you say it. He's just kind of meh. Like I don't know. I would want to see us go out and sign. I was looking at it the other day, and like I knew it was a bad free agent class when like the most notable receivers were like Hollywood Brown and
Yeah.
some other guys of that nature. It's like I don't. You can stay on the couch, man. Like we don't need you. I'd rather throw to Dante Thornton, Trey Tucker, and Jack Besh, but. I don't know that O line. I think everybody harps on the Raiders O line. Genty would be this if he had no line. Genty would be that if he had no line. I don't think that our O line is as bad as everybody thinks it is. Left tackle Colton Miller, free agent, but we know he will be coming back. He's a longtime Raider. He's going to stay here. What we need is in the guards. Center JPJ coming off a season-ending injury. That guy can play football. That guy is an absolute dog. Everybody wants to go back to the Black Friday game last year in Arrowhead um, when he snapped the ball and Aiden O'Connell fumbled and Chiefs won. Blah 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 blah. That AOC came out after the game and said that was his fault. I think JPJ is a darn good center. DJ Glaze, right tackle, he's passable. Like I don't think he's some dude that you're gonna be like, man, he's the best right tackle in the league. Like no, but you don't need to have the best O line in the league. You just need something that's passable. So if we can go get I don't know maybe a third round right guard, left guard, something. If we can just get a passable, or if we can get passable guards, I think we'll be good. And the biggest thing, they got the Nepo baby, Pete Carroll's son. They told him to hit the road. I was so tired of that guy,
Yeah.
dude. Like there were some reports come out. I don't know if you guys had seen them, but uh Spytech, the GM, was saying that he'd have to sit down and watch film with Genty because Brendan Carroll just like wouldn't do it. Like the Raiders organization is just such a freaking dumpster fire. It's
Yeah.
just
What a
it's
mess.
such a joke, dude. Like we're paying Pete Carroll, we're paying Antonio Pierce, we're paying I think this is our last year paying Gruden. We're paying Rich